Under blue skies at Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago.
I got the Vikings in this league. This dude want to play me so quick. I'm like, God damn.
The Minnesota Vikings. Fielded about a yard deep.
I ain't playing man in a minute. Let's go. See what I got. I think that Jefferson wide receiver that went to LSU, he got drafted by the Vikings. Oh. He's had a bad day.
What I need? Right there, 54 Mike. Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball? Deuce.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. He's got a first down past the 30.
Oh, what are you doing? This thing keep calling time out already.
Down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Let's go. A gain of 15 yards.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll run with the former Viking, Jerick McKinnon. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. That's complete to Robinson.
Oh, yeah. Has suspicion
4
like
yards on the completion,
bro.
and it sets up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 59. Let's go.
Now Newton on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd down, Cook. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He can run for it, and he will. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34.
He's checking crap. Whip.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook.
Let's go, Dallas.
Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Ready. Look at it. 58. Come on. Great. He's not going to get me. 58, boy. 58. Hey, man. Yeah, I got you. Hey. 58, Mike. You don't want this.
From the red zone now, Newton.
Touchdown.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. A give to Cook out of the gun. And they're going to mark him down
first down, bro.
Maybe by about a yard, if that. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards. And now a decision here on 4th and 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Check. 20.
Now the rookie from Boise State, Alexander Madison. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison, his 3rd touchdown now.
Yeah, I read to
as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Hey, we're good. Hey, echo.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15.
Hold on. I know this.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins.
Let's go, Kendricks. I lurked, nigga.
Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Great. 59 mark. Check. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Now Newton. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They run. Cook.
Let's go, Dalvin Cook. This nigga hit is terrific.
Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to win that advantage. Gostkowski the extra point. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
There you go right there. It's behind you.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
You got him.
Hold of the 30. He completes it to Henry. And all the way up to the 35-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins. The screen pass here to Cohen.
There you go. Get that nigga Kendricks.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
There's a throw out line complete to his running back right side. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Throwing is Cousins. Finds his target, Montgomery. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. Cousins now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down. Again, it's Cousins.
Oh, pick that. Yes, sir.
Coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
Let's go.
Allen, the intended receiver.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Switch it. Come on.
One block
on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
I think I got him.
From the gun, here's Newton.
Oh, my God. This
He
nigga was
releases
beat.
it, And that'll
Come
fall
on, Cam.
incomplete.
Come on, Cam.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Mike, check, 59, 59. Let's go, D. 59,
On third down, Newton. They'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
He was in cover 2. He got
At
me,
the 14.
man.
And a big
He got
turnover
me
there as
in
his
cover
guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 17, Cousins. Robinson's got it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On first down now, run with McKinnon. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. Gonna take a shot for Gallup.
Let's go, Pink, nigga. What is wrong with you, Anthony Barr? Let's go. I got to kill it back there.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation.
I got them
Sometimes you
motherfucking
just get
killers out
yourself
there.
into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been a good first
I'm
half
still
so far.
gonna really
14-0. Points here. That could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense.
Let's go, Cam.
But don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football.
Oh,
Keep
wrong way,
attacking.
bitch.
Usually the best way to maintain control.
Come on,
And just
man.
no
Block.
chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing on 2nd down, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
Let's go,
We get
man.
slap happy up here sometimes. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Here's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Roquan Smith. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now it's Newton. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
In your face.
Gun.
58 the mic. Check. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go, let's bring it.
Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11.
Fuck.
And the young rookie just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Man, throwing that screen phase, not from the
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout.
That thing shouldn't even have no
Clock's going to stop
timeout.
with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, Alpha, 54. Mike, 54. Hey, let's get that ball.
Throwing, Cousins. Flushed out right. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And that will be incomplete.
Yes.
Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Hey, Delta. Mike, 4. Here we go, D. All day, defense. Hey, Ken. Check. Cross. Hey, Stever. Cross. Gun. Smooth. You go.
To the air again. It's Cousins. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears.
Bro, that nigga just threw that because you was right there.
Robinson. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Yeah, let's get set lunch.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Gun. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. I want that. Hammer. Defense, give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Check it. 20.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Newton now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Newton now to throw. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Vikings.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
That's it, baby. We got work.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Jim. Great.
Here's Newton. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Tight dog. 8. Check 99.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And an alley to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 32-yard line.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Hey, Mike 51. You can't block me.
Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let, and that's caught inside the 30. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 37. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Go ahead.
Second and 5 now. Cousins flushed him, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
Third and long for Cousins. And that is incomplete. Aqib Talib, the veteran Pro Bowler, there to get a hand in, knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This is fielded at the goal line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Roquan Smith picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On the ground, it's Cook. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Let's go. 20.
Third and long, it's Newton. Open man is Thielen, it's complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Yeah. You don't want none.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
At the 32-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Cook, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They try again with Cook, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? To throw is Newton. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now Cousins. Forced out to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hey, wahoo!
A second down throw for Cousins. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that gonna be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now Cousins being chased, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ezekiel Ansah able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Fourth down, Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Newton on first down. That's complete right side to Gabriel. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Now Newton. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Taylor Gabriel, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. On first and 10, Newton. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A very solid gain of 27.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danny Trevathan just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. A toss to Cook. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Newton now to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Following the interception, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now this throw caught left side. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. First down, here's Cousins. He finds Robinson. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Michael Pierce and all of his 340-pound glory gets the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Ready? No, 180. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Hey! 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 50. Express! Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Zoom. 58's the money. 58's the money. I got him. Gun. 58's money.
Throwing here, Newton. He's going to loft one deep left. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's enough. Touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Touchdown.
Extra point try for Gostkowski. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A gain of 13, it's a first down.